Welcome back to The Letters. I'm your host, Geoff Grosso, and we're here with Chandler Burton, skateboarder extraordinaire, to learn about queer skateboarding. Hello.
Hello. And we're here.
Yes. So what's your story? Tell us a story.
Well, my name's Chandler Burton. I'm 26 years old, and I'm from Costa Mesa, California. And I skateboard a lot. And I'm gay. So I started skateboarding when I was about 12 years old, but I didn't really get into it. And then I finally came across the Lords of Dogtown movie, and I saw Jay Adams and I wanted to be him. And I instantly got...
That is so rad.
This episode is important for people not just in the skateboard world that are queer or that haven't come out as queer or like feel different or feel alienated, but for people like all over the world to kind of understand that like it's okay to be the person you are no matter how hard it's been. And you know, for me, when I knew I was gay, but it was kind of one of those things that I always fought because it wasn't social norm to be gay or to feel an attraction towards another person that's the same sex. You know, like I was always just kind of different. I've always been kind of like spastic and like all over the place. And a lot of it is in my skateboarding and like, I don't know, I finally felt a little bit more of an escape through skateboarding. And I think it's important for people that are queer to feel comfortable in something that has been able to be an escape for myself personally, just as like a younger age, not understanding who I necessarily was like sexually, just like as a person.
Yeah.
I was able to like grow up and, you know, be a skateboarder.
We've said it a bunch, you know, about being inclusive and you know, skateboarders think that they're so forward-thinking and progressive.
Yeah.
You know, it you know, by the very nature of the act, you know, and we're all out in the streets, and you come across, you know, every walk of life, you know, navigating the streets, and but the reality of it is quite different, you know, and this is the first time it's ever really got up and slapped me in the face.
Yeah, skateboarding has come a long way, for sure, with accepting all weirdos and freaks and geeks and whatever. But I think with, you know, it's easy for me in the skateboard world to blend in. It's harder for somebody who's coming up as like becoming trans or non-binary, who's, you know, androgynous or, you know, wearing a full B and not being like what people would say like a real girl, but they are fucking real women, the trans people, and they, thems being a little bit more androgynous. People look at that and don't understand it and are super ignorant and want to put you down.
Yeah.
It's easy for me, but it's harder for people like them, you know?
Yeah, totally. Originally, you said you were alone. You know, how did you ultimately reach out and meet other queer skateboarders?
The internet. Just, you know, like not only for like queer people and like LGBTQ people, but also allies to like kind of like, you know, like have a place or just like, just spread awareness for everybody in the world that like we're cool being just the people we are, and like it might be perceived as different, but like why are we wanting to like be stuck in like pressure of like social norm and like sit and like not be the people that we feel expressing ourselves as. Like I like putting makeup on. I like wearing dresses.
Me too.
You've seen me wearing dresses and skating. So
I'm not above putting on a tinfoil diaper. It's happened. I've danced to David Bowie in a tinfoil diaper. Tinfoil diaper.
We're gonna have to find that footage for this episode.
Cut the shit out of me, but
yeah, that sounds crazy. I was like, what the fuck?
I was trying to get a girl.
Yeah.
It didn't work, and it didn't work. It's a yeah. We'll get there. It's amazing. Like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I relate on that level because I've wanted to check out and be off the fucking planet, and you know, for very different reasons, but not really at all. Like in a lot of cases, this shit's life and death. You know,
it really is. Yeah, I've
so you know, I'd like you know, kids to know, you know, or young people, whatever, you know, if you're struggling that way, that there's, you know, that there's people out there like you, you know, and you can get to them, and that there is hope, and you can live your authentic life and be whoever it is that you feel you need to be, and that it's okay.
I think the power in having something like skateboarding and having like unity and having people that are part of like more of a queer movement or revolution in skateboarding is important, not only for people in the LGBTQ community, like I said before, but like allies to like be there for people that, you know, are being called like homophobic and transphobic shit, to like fucking back them up. And I think that just that in itself is super important, because that gains momentum, you know, and what we're doing right here, I think, is like extremely important, not for just skateboarding, but I think the world to kind of open up their eyes and build a little bit of like information on like, hey, like being fucking a faggot is okay, being transgender is okay, being non-binary is okay, being queer is okay, and like queer, I feel, is such a broad spectrum, and like it's okay to be not normal.
Shit.
Well, I mean, there's two sides to it, because with all the hate, there's love, and like for me especially, like all the hate like really pushed me to like become something more, you know, and like become the person that I am today, and like kind of like, you know, prove somebody or whoever wrong, you know. Like I feel like there is some growth in like getting negative feedback.
You're never gonna please everybody, and in talking about something as something as sensitive as you know, queer skateboarding, you know, you're going to have your allies, and you're going to have your dissent, you know, and that's going to fuel your fire.
Exactly.
To continue on your mission and do more, and spread your gospel, spread your word, and you know, your truth, and go out there, and this is who I am, this is what I represent, this is how I'm living my life, this is what I do on my skateboard. This is it. This is me. Mm-hmm. You know, love it or leave it. You know, you dig it, don't dig it, whatever. This is how I'm rolling. You know, so, you know, I have to stay out of the comment section of my own bullshit. People tear me a new ass all the time. You know, I'm fat, I'm old, I'm all kinds of stuff. That's why, you know, that's why my handle says Grosso sucks. It's like, just let's get it out of the way. You know, because nobody beats me up more than I beat up myself.
Yeah.
But it definitely is, you know, it definitely is hard, you know, especially if you're just some kid, you know, that's trying to come to terms with who you are and what you're about, and you're just trying to have some fun riding a skateboard, you know, and find your way through your teen years, and you know, your young adult life. Like, that's a little bit more, you know, questionable when you've got people fucking banging on you and talking shit and calling you names and stuff, because kids are fucking brutal.
Kids are fucking,
you know.
Yeah, kids are fucked up.
It's
been worse.
Oh, well, yeah. Thanks for sitting down and talking with us.
Thanks for talking to me.
It's been enlightening.
It's been a journey.
Yes, definitely. I don't know. Dude, turn this stuff off. Go skateboard. Be nice to one another. Go skate. Beat it.